Hey, it's that time for the Breaux Show!
It's the Breaux Show!
It's showtime, Breaux Show.
We are live! Oh, for booting up cold! Groovy.
No, Waspinator has a headache in his whole body.
How am I gonna fix that?
Give me some sugar, baby. I don't think so.
Well, hello, Mr. Fancy Pants.
Yes.
Oh, great! We're all gonna die. Perk-a-labba ding dong.
Isn't that adorable?
Good evening. Are you ready? It's time for the hype of the night, the Breaux Show. And now, here's everybody's favorite two-stepping host, Michael Breaux. Well, hey there, hi there, and ho there. Welcome to the Breaux Show here, Brunch with Breaux on Friday, April 30th, 2021. I almost said 1921. Wow, that's a little early there. I think we're not in the 20s anymore. Not the roaring 20s. We are in the 2020s, and it's been a weird 2020s already. So, welcome to the Breaux Show. Thank you guys for joining us once again, for this crazy time of doing a brunch show on a Friday morning. Why not? So last week we did an update. This week we're going to do a normal kind of long show. Well, long form show for us anyway. That said, let's get this started by talking about our sponsors. First up, of course, is RetroCon. The show is brought to you by RetroCon. The RetroCon is the convention for the retro fan and you. RetroCon 2021 coming to you September 25th and 26th, 2021 out in Oaks, Pennsylvania. Be sure to check it out. As we mentioned last week, we got a guest coming called William Catt. Believe it or not, I'm walking on air. Yeah, that's right. I'll be singing that every week we are live. That is right. Every time we're on, I'm going to sing, believe it or not, I'm singing for you. I know you cannot believe. And then you're going to tune off, and that's the end of the show. Anyway, going on. Our next sponsor, of course, is JoeBattleLines, JoeBattleLines.com, or JBL, run by our good friend Fred Meyer, a.k.a. Leonardo T. Dragon. Be sure to check out JBL for all your cool G.I. Joe toy news and whatnot. Also, be sure to check out super exciting, outrageous toy review, or SEO Toy Review, right on YouTube. You can go to youtube.com, SEO Toy Review. Be sure to subscribe to him to see all sorts of cool toy reviews, all sorts of cool just content and everything. And you never know what you're going to see. I had to go back and watch that Snake Mountain video again. It was just so cool. So be sure to check that out. Also, Tinkerbee Toy and Comic Shop out in Allentown, New Jersey. Very cool store. They've been doing live sales every week, a couple times a week it seems like, and they're open most weekends and Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Be sure to check out their Facebook page to make sure when they're open. Hopefully we're going to be stopping there in the next couple weeks just to say hi to the guys. We haven't been there in about a year or so, so it's that time. Also, last but not least, Deer Park, the official drink of the Breaux Show. Deer Park, where it tastes like real deer. I know, intern deer number 4. It's great, isn't it? Does it taste like any of your cousins or anything? Good. You don't want it to taste like any family members. And of course, we got Spin Master Snakes on our music binge here. Spin Master Snakes, take it away. Oh yeah, I can hear it. All right, guys. We are ready for a new show. Thank you guys for coming on by. Hi there, hey there, and ho there once again. Welcome to episode 65 of the Breaux Show. We're back with our first full live show for you. We got talk, we got reviews, and we got a little Geektastic history, and even a Just Breaux It story for you. So, how you guys doing? Intern Deer number 4, how you doing again? Judge Deer? And Alf is not here right now. I hope he's not after the stray cats outside. We'll find out a little bit. We'll check in later with Alf a little bit later in the show. All right, so this is a very full show. Let's get right to it. I got a couple things I want to talk about and show you guys, so let's get started. First up, This past Saturday, I actually took a chance and took a drive up to northern Pennsylvania, and there was a great thing called the Horror Sideshow Market. It's this great little show where you can walk up, you paid $5 to get in, and it was basically like, I don't want to say a flea market, but it was like a market outside with a bunch of food trucks and everything, but also a lot of booths and everything of people selling just cool horror and suspense movie themed items. Just really cool, nice little vibe, very family friendly. You would think at a horror show you would see a lot of like really disgusting, horrible things, and yeah, you do. Some of the toys and some of the gifts and everything you can buy for whatnot, some of the fans and whatnot there, in really cool and unique costumes. But what really struck me was that it was really family friendly. Like, and this, I've noticed that a lot of horror shows, whereas Comic-Cons and toy shows and everything, they're very family friendly as well. But something about a horror show, and I don't know what it is, it's almost extra family friendly. And you see kids like saying, "Oh my God, I love Jason," or "I love Freddy," or "I love Angela from Sleepaway Camp," and just anything like that. And you're like, wait a second, you're like 10. How did you watch this sort of movie or show? So yeah, it was just cool to see. So I was up there for about it's an hour north of me, and it was a 2-day show, Saturday and Sunday. The first day I was there, I was outside. The second day they had to go inside for a threat of rain, but it was still really cool. Set up like a flea market, and it just had a lot of horror star power. It had a couple of different actors and actresses there, and it was well worth the trip. Lots of cool booths and costumes and everything. I got to say, though, and I want to give a shout out here, there was a booth called White Horses, Inc. that sold these little teddy bears and plaques of horror icons, props, and scenes. I got a little plaque from Army of Darkness, but you can see, I'm showing it on the screen now, there's this cute little teddy bear they made of ash with all these accessories for him, including the glove from Army of Darkness, his shotgun, the boomstick, the chainsaw, and they even had a little plaque where it had the 3 books for Karate, Klaatu, Verata, Nakai. I mean, it was cool. They had a lot of great attention to detail. And because there was a particular horror actress that I wanted to see there, a woman named Felissa Rose, they even had one based on her unique reveal at the end of the movie called Sleepaway Camp. I don't have a close-up of it. If you look at the long shot of the teddy bears, you do see it. I'm not going to describe it in detail because it is a horror movie, and it's there. It's kind of pointing out at you, but it's very cool, needless to say. So you definitely, if they come around again, when they come and do their next show in the next few months or whatnot, I think I'll be going there because, again, the family-friendly situation, family fun. And I just loved walking around. There were even booths that had like normal toys there. Not a lot, but a couple. Nothing that I really needed or anything, but it was just cool to see. Best of all, though, I got to meet one of my favorite icons of horror, Felissa Rose. She stars in this movie from 1982 called Sleepaway Camp. And Sleepaway Camp is this really, it's a really made-of-its-time movie, not thriller, not suspense, not even really horror, but where someone who was treated badly at sleepaway camp, at a camp, gets their revenge. Felissa actually said it really nice. She was really sweet about it, that she didn't condone the, quote, murders in the film, but she did understand the revenge factor of the film. And I thought that was a great way to put it. She was just really sweet. There was a long line to meet her, and what was really cool was she took time to talk to everybody that came up. And I'm not talking like a couple minutes here, then get your signature and picture or whatnot. It was really like she took a good 5-10 minutes with everybody. And for the few families I saw ahead of me get to meet her, and they had kids, she had pre-made these cute little string bracelets to give to the kids, and she was tying the bracelets onto them for them. And the kids were loving it. I just thought it was one of the sweetest, coolest things I've ever seen any celebrity do, any celebrity. And when I got up there and I got to talk to her, she got a couple interruptions from some friends that were coming to visit her and whatnot too at the show, but it was cool because she would say hi to them real quick and like, no, and I want to talk to you now. You're such a great fan. I'm like, this is amazing. So I paid and I got my signature autograph on a picture, and I got a picture with her, and you can see it there. Just really cool, really nice woman. If you ever get a chance to meet her, even if you're not a horror fan, go meet this gal. She's awesome. Also, I talked about this family-friendly event. There was a guy dressed up to the nines as Jason Voorhees, and his little daughter, yes, daughter, was dressed as a little mini Jason Voorhees too. How cool. Just so cool. Definitely recommend this show to everybody. And while I was there, I even snagged a couple of goodies for myself, including the signature from Felissa and a couple of license plates that are used on the show for this show called Supernatural. You may have heard of it. I'm kind of a fan of it, you know, Dean and Sam Winchester going around hunting monsters and stuff. little bit of a fun show. You might want to check that out too. But I saw these. I'm like, I have to have these license plates. They're part of the car, the Impala that they drive around, and it's so cool too. Needless to say, this was a fun show. I definitely recommend next time it comes around, go check it out. I think it's something that everybody would enjoy. Even again, if you're not a horror fan or anything like that, it's just fun to watch, or it's fun to go to. Now, there's a show that started the past couple weeks, ran for the last few weeks, and it just finished up on Disney Plus, called The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And I got a few thoughts on it. It finished up, and man, it was great. Now, there are plenty of other videos and reviews out there that break down the mini comic book tie-ins, little nods to the original stories, tie-ins to the MCU as a whole, and those are all great. I personally recommend Screen Crush or Nerdist videos myself. They're really great at what they do, and they're fun to watch. But these are my thoughts. Not a full review of the series as a whole, and just a few thoughts I had on it. There are spoilers ahead, so if you have not watched the show yet, be warned, there are spoilers coming up. So, first of all, I loved how the first episode was really just a bit of a deeper dive into Sam and Bucky's own civilian lives, showing what happens when Sam gives up the shield and Bucky in therapy for nightmares he has. To me, this is like seeing a great companion comic to go along with these movies and shows in the MCU, but now on the screen itself, on TV. Touching was us realizing that Bucky, who was part of a pardon agreement and therapy, is making, quote, amends to those he wronged as the Winter Soldier, and even befriending a man whose son he actually killed as the Winter Soldier. That was hard to watch, him talking to this older gentleman whose son he killed, and he knew that he killed this guy's son. But Sam also going back to his home in Cajun country, that was just so cool to find out he's from Louisiana. For me, I thought that was cool. To work with his sister and try and save the family boat, and still can't even get a loan to do so. Just real life was hard for these heroes, these guys who worked and saved the universe, saved the planet. You know, they were blinked out of existence, came back, and they fought to save the planet. And they can't even get a loan to save their family boat. They can't even walk around New York City without being reminded about what they did in the past as a bad guy. It was just so good but hard to watch, and I really enjoyed that. Now, I also enjoyed the fact that I love in the course of the show that we got a, quote, new I'm Captain America from the U.S. government in the form of John Walker. Every time he was on screen, I just said, oh no, not this guy again. Not because I disliked the actor, but because the actor was so good in portraying a guy who was not such a nice guy. Perfect soldier, but not a good man. I have to say, the character I love to hate was so good, but it doesn't mean that the actor, Wyatt Russell, son of Kurt and Goldie Hawn, like Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn, seriously, that's some real star power there too. He does not deserve any of the hate at all. The actor himself. It just goes to show how good an actor this guy was to make us hate the character so much. That final act that he did in one of the episodes too, of killing, quote, one of the bad guys with the shield, that was just so disturbing. Not only because of the music cues, but just the look on his face when he did it. And I got to give a shout out to the Wakanda soldiers that were showing up to pick up another guy we're going to talk about in a bit. They were just, I'm going to use a bad word here, badass. I loved every moment they were on screen. From the time one of them's helping Bucky, we get a flashback of Bucky beating the mind wiping or the brainwashing that he was receiving, to her just kicking butt. Like, seriously, it was just great. And they have no superpowers whatsoever. They're just that good a fighter. It was just great to see them on screen again, and I loved every second of that too. Now, as for the man that was killed, and the group that he was with, the Flag Smashers, led by a woman named Carly, they're decent enough villains, but they seem to jump all around in their motivation and tactics, and that kind of took me away from them being, quote, really bad guys. I understand the ideals that they were trying to fight for within the context of the MCU and the show, but this wasn't as great. The added super soldier serum to some of them, including Carly, was nice to see that they were on an even level to be able to fight like against Bucky and Sam with a suit and everything, but they just didn't feel as big a threat as they could have been. Then, of course, there's Sharon Carter. All I'm going to say is she was good. Like, I liked some of the stuff she was in, but towards the end, I don't think that's Sharon Carter, like, at all. Power broker or not still, I'm not buying that someone related to Peggy Carter could be bad. That's all I want to say. I don't want to give away too much. It's out there. You guys can go find more theories and whatnot out there, but that's my personal opinion. I don't think that's the real Sharon Carter, but that's just me. And then, of course, there's the real heart of the show. A guy named Isaiah. Isaiah, as you find out through the context of the story and talks that he has with both Bucky and Sam there and then Sam alone, he's the first, quote, black Captain America from the past. And his story being told within the context of the MCU, the fact that he and his fellow soldiers were experimented on, much like the Tuskegee Airmen, they wrapped that into there, and they brought that kind of hard story to the MCU, just brought home how important it was for Sam to become who he does towards the end. And I just found that to be very compelling. His story is just so relevant to the real world as of now. It was just so amazing. I wish we had a little more screen time with him, or even some flashbacks to these missions that he had in the past where he took the serum and then saved soldiers behind enemy lines against orders. I also want to see maybe the fight he had with Bucky, the Winter Soldier, in Korea. You know, a younger actor fighting against the current actor, Sebastian Stan, as a Winter Soldier. That would have been great. This show was just action-packed, but it made you think. It really, really made you think. And then, of course, there's Sam Wilson. Sam Wilson, a.k.a. the Falcon. Towards the end, you knew it was going to happen. He opens up the box, a special gift from Wakanda from his buddy Bucky, and boom, he is Captain America. When he's speaking as Captain America, it really hit home. The fact that he has a quote that I love, "The only power I have is how I see people or how I feel about people." And it is my belief in people. It just blew me away. Just like Steve Rogers is Captain America, and he is his own Captain America, Sam Wilson is Captain America. And to see him grow into wanting the shield was special, was amazing. Also seeing Bucky grow over the course of the series from sad and depressed to really truly happy looking and at peace with who he was just so sweet. Yes, I said sweet about Bucky, because Bucky can still kick butt and take names, especially with that arm. Unless the Wakandan soldiers come in and just and knock it off. I mean, come on, that was funny. They took off his arm. They disarmed him. Ba-dum-bumps. Anyway, I just love that. And a big kudos to Anthony Mackie and Sebastian Stan, two actors who made this look like a lot of fun as a buddy cop show, as a family show, and as a best friend show right at the end. Oh, and last but not least, I want to give a shout out to my buddy. Hold on, let me bring him up here. My buddy Zemo, man. Can I just say, I love Zemo so much now. He was truly the smartest villain I think they've ever faced as a human, as anybody on Earth, at any point in any time as the Avengers or anything. But just seeing him in his full comic book glory with the jacket, the hood, and yes, dancing on the floor, dude, that was just awesome. I want more Zemo. Even though he's stuck in the raft right now in that Supermax prison, I want to see him back on screen again. So, yeah, Zemo, come on, man, we need you back. And yes, I may be looking for that coat. Shh, don't tell anybody. Anyway, so that's what I thought about Falcon and Winter Soldier. And now, I'm sorry, not Falcon and Winter Soldier, Captain America and the Winter Soldier. Definitely, if you have not had a chance to watch it yet, if you have Disney Plus, go check it out. Go check it out now. It's only 6 episodes. It's about 6 hours. You can easily binge that in a day or over the course of a weekend. It is fully worth it. And as of today, releasing in Disney Plus in their assembled series is the making of the show, which I'll be checking out later as well. So definitely check it out. So moving on, it is time to go to our next fun segment, something I have not done in forever, and I cannot wait to do this again because I love this segment. But of course, it has its own sponsor, so we are going to talk about the sponsor here. And that is... Actually, before I even go to that, you know what? I'm noticing that there's some chat here. Woohoo! Fred, he's on. He is checking things out. Fred, thank you for joining in and commenting on the show. That means you're actually hearing this. Yeah, they wouldn't commit to the Flag Smexters as villains. Yeah, I agree. They just didn't make them as big a villain as possible in Falcon and Winter Soldier. They could have been bigger, but at least we got a good show around other things, and we got some other great context. So I agree with you. But now, on to what I know might be Fred's favorite segment. I know it's mine. It's one of my favorite segments. That's right. We're going on to Geektastic History. But before we even do that, Deer Park, the unofficial official drink of the Breaux Show, Deer Park, where it tastes like real deer, is our sponsor for Geektastic History. Let's bring it up here. And
this week in Geektastic History.
that's right. This week in Geektastic History, we are moving on. So, first up, let me bring up my script because I don't remember all the facts. Here we go. First up, April 25th, 1990, the Hubble telescope is placed into orbit, brought into a low Earth orbit by the Space Shuttle Discovery and free of obscured. I can't even talk today. Free of obscured view. The Hubble telescope is placed into space. The Hubble telescope is now, throughout the years, given a true view into space, seeing comets and collisions, and even some of our first unobstructed views from Earth of the planet Pluto. Yes, that's right. I called it a planet. Next up, April 30th, 1993. The World Wide Web, or WWW, not WWF, but WWW, launches in a public domain. Computer scientist Tim Berners-Lee released source code for the world's first web browser and editor, which was called Mesh at the time. I don't know why they called it Mesh. That's kind of a weird name. But still, Mesh. Tim called the World Wide Web and gave an easy way and royalty-free way for to browse information on the information superhighway, and a modern internet was born. And only a few weeks before my own high school graduation in 1993. Oh my. The World Wide Web as we know it is as old as when I graduated high school. Wow. Does that make me old or just young at heart? And last but not least, April 30th, 1997. London's Big Ben stops at 12:11 p.m. for 54 minutes. Yeah. Can you imagine you're walking around in London and you're looking at Big Ben and you're going, wait, that hasn't moved in some time. Well, in a strange twist and breaking standard British preciseness of time, the clock tower Big Ben in London stopped for 54 minutes on this day. While the clock has had issues in the past and occasionally stops, this one was noted for its duration. Most of the time, as in the case it would seem here, either extreme cold or extreme heat, most likely a little bit of cold at this point in the year, would cause the clock to stop. Or was it Doc Brown? Who knows? I thought I saw him sliding down that thing when I was watching news back in 1997. Who knows? So yeah, needless to say, Geektastic is back, baby. Now, hashtag Just Breaux It. Tell us your good D story for the day. I'm going to start posting again next week and asking for you guys to share with hashtag Just Breaux It your good D stories on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter. I want to hear them so I can share them. I actually have one I got from the Horror Sideshow market that I went to this past weekend. So Felissa Rose, the woman I met, the actress I met, she had an assistant there, one of her close friends, and she was telling me this great story about Felissa. This assistant, this friend, actually works at a nursing facility, taking care of people, some people with a little bit slower mental abilities, we'll say, but they really love, talking to people that they don't know, talking to stars and actors and whatnot, and they know who Felissa is. So anytime one of these people just wants to have a conversation with Felissa, if she's free, this assistant of Felissa's will call her up and she will talk to them. She'll even do a video chat with them or send video messages if she can't talk right away, just to give them something to smile about, just to brighten their day, because it helps them. I just thought that was just really cool. It was like the ultimate Just Breaux It story from an actor. I just love that. It seems very simple, but you never know. It's like I always say, you can do something simple in a day to make somebody's day, whether it be opening the door for them, whether it be buying that cup of coffee for them behind you. If it's Starbucks, it might be a bit much, but hey, you never know. Or it could be as simple as giving them a smile because they look like they're having a bad day. Even with a mask on, they can see your eyes smiling. So anything you can do to make someone's day a little bit brighter, that's Just Breaux It. That's the essence of it. And honestly, I loved hearing this story from Felissa's friend about what she would do for these people, and I just had to share. So what are your Just Breaux It stories? Be sure to share them with me here. I want to know so I can talk about them next week. I don't know that there are any other shows I'm going to be going to over the next couple of days, so I want to hear your stories. So yeah, go to twitter.com at the Breaux Show, go to facebook.com /the Breaux Show, or on Instagram at the Breaux Show, or use the hashtag Just Breaux It, so I can find your stories and I can share them here next week. So that's it. We are off. We're done with the show. Wow, we really flew through there. That was just a lot of fun. Hey, it's Alf. I'm here. Alf, you made it. What are you doing? What were you doing? I was out there. I was trying to catch some cats and share my meal with them. Yeah, it had ketchup in it. Ha! No, Alf, you cannot use the ketchup joke again. It's just not funny anymore. But it is, especially when you put it on a cat. It tastes so yummy. Even barbecue sauce sometimes tastes good on a cat. You know, let me tell you. No, Alf, I don't need to know. I don't need to know what happened on Melmac. That doesn't happen here on Earth. So what did you have? I had chicken nuggets. Well, that's a good snack. That's good. Did you make them yourself? Yeah, you should check the oven, though. I think it's still on fire. I'm sorry, what? I gotta go. See ya. What, Alf, no. Oh, no, Alf. I'm going to have to check the stove here in just a couple minutes, guys. So I'm going to have to get off of here shortly. So, you guys, thank you for joining us for our live shows again. Thank you. Keep your eyes peeled on our Facebook pages, Twitter pages, Instagram pages, and soon coming, yes, TikTok. We're going to try TikTok soon. God help us all. And we'll be live again next week on Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Watch for the link again. And you know what? It's been fun. It's been great. I can't wait to talk to you more again. Next week, I think I'm going to do a little mini review of the show that's not finished yet. That's right. Disney's Plus, The Mighty Ducks Game Changers. They're going to be through 7 episodes by the time we come live again. They'll have 3 more to go after that. But I got to talk about it because after this week's episode, whoa, it was just cool. It's something that I love and I hope that you love too. So that said, you all rock. Thank you again, everybody, for listening. If you are listening to the show right now, and if you weren't part of it before, you are now part of the hashtag Bro Patrol. You are now part of the show. Hashtag Just Breaux It. Do your good deed a day. And that's it. You are now part of the family. Be sure to check us back again. Special thanks to everyone here who helped out with the show. Thanks to our Bro Patrol listeners. And of course, we're going to let Spin Master Snakes play us out. Spin Master Snakes, take it. Nice one, Snakes. Awesome. You guys have a great day. Have a great weekend. Enjoy your time out there. If it's sunny outside, get outside, take a good walk. If it's raining outside, take a listen to all the Breaux shows that you've missed already. Check out some of our old toy reviews. Maybe those will be coming back too. You guys have a great day. We'll talk to you later. Rock on, everybody, and just Breaux it.